So it's a really lovely day here today, so we thought we would try and do some more of our photography. So we've got the outside and the natural light. So I'm just going to do a very quick video showing you how we do our photography for our website and for our advertising. Hey everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I'm Anne from the Sussex Handmade Soap Company, and today we're going to be doing some photography. I'm just going to take you through very quickly today a video showing how we create our photographs that we use on our website and on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. We're taking advantage of the beautiful natural light today and doing our photos outside, which is so much easier than trying to do them inside with lighting and whatnot, and we get a better picture, we find, doing them outside. So I'm going to take you through what we do, how I then edit the photos, and then how I upload them onto our website. So the first thing I do is frame up our shots, and I'm using 2 wooden crates that we use at our craft fairs for our displays, and I'm using this beautiful carved wooden board that Wayne got me for my birthday last year as our backdrop. I've placed the soaps to the left hand side because I want the word Sussex to be in the back of the photos. If I place the soaps in the centre, then it would cut the word Sussex and the word handmade in half, and I would have the second half of Sussex and the first half of handmade in the backdrop of our shots, and we definitely don't want that. So that is why I'm taking the photos on the left hand side. I am using a SLR camera. It is an old camera. It is about 13 years old. My ex-husband got it for me one Christmas. You can take photos using a phone. I just prefer using the SLR camera because for me personally I find it easier. I am not the best on phones. Wayne will do pictures on phones and be more than happy, but I just kind of like the image that you get from a camera, even though this one, as I say, is an old one. I always make sure that the products that we put out are kind of looking at their best. So before I place them down, I'll give them a little bit of a check over just to check there's no stray dust or hairs or anything like that. There certainly shouldn't be, but these ones I'm using today were actually used as samples at our fair last week. So there is the potential there could be the odd fleck of dust, and anything like that I make sure isn't in the shot. And when it comes to actually taking the photos, it does take me a little longer than it should because, as I said, this is an old camera and the autofocus, which I am a fan of, has actually broken on this camera, so I have to manually focus every single shot, which I personally find really frustrating because I am not a photographer by any standards. So manually focusing every single shot is time consuming, but I get there in the end, and I think we can take pretty good photos. I'm happy with the standard that our photos come out. It does take a while getting all of the pictures together, and I think this photo shoot here took us about 2-3 hours. We did do other pictures as well, but it took a long time. But on the whole, I'm pretty happy with how our pictures come out, and this is how we do our outside shots. Nice and easy, no lighting required, just me, a chair and a camera. It's all good. So once I've taken my photos, I take them off from the camera and onto my computer, and I like to use PaintShop Pro to edit my photos. I've got a really old version of PaintShop Pro deliberately because I like it. I know where all the features are, and it works for me, so I deliberately haven't upgraded it because it works for me. So I then go to my file and I click open, and then I can go to my new website images, which is what I have called the folder I have downloaded the photos into, and I've got all the images that I took earlier here. I have taken quite a lot, as you can see. So let's take the lemongrass ones for example. What I then do is I open up all of the images that I have got, and once they're open, I flick through them to work out which ones I think are going to be best. And I like our images to be square on our site, so I don't think this one here is going to be able to be squared, so I just close that one off straight away. Then I've got 3 left to choose from. Again, that's not bad, but I don't think I'll be able to square it, so just to avoid the hassle, I'm going to get rid of it. So I'm then left with these 2 here, and I flick back and forth, sometimes many times, But I think this one here is perhaps a little bit straighter and neater than the other. So I then close down the other one, and then I use this little tool here to try and square it off. And I do it very roughly at first, so we will click there. And then I'm going to crop it again. And I try and make it look roughly square to my eye. And then I click resize to see what size it is. So it is not quite tall enough. So I'm just going to undo where I previously cropped it and just make it a little bit taller. And it does take me a while to do this, and I'm sure there's probably an easier way to make sure I can get square images, but I haven't discovered that yet. I'm not very good on software and programs like this. I'm much better at things like my spreadsheets than this kind of editing. And I always like to be really exact as well. I'm sure the odd sort of tiny amount wouldn't matter, but I'm sure that's about it. There we go. Yep, that is 1000 by 1000, so it is square. Perfect. Then what I like to do is just kind of edit them a little bit, brighten them up slightly. So I go to adjust, and I normally smart with a smart photo fix, which doesn't generally do what I want it to do. To me, that is too much shadow, so I take the shadow down until it looks how I want it to look. Pretty happy with that. Brighten it up ever so slightly. And I also quite like to sharpen them right up as well. And for me, and for what we do and our website, I'm pretty happy with how that's looking. So I just click OK, and it has just made those subtle changes. And that is kind of a photo that I'm happy with. So, oh, let's get rid of that. Right, so File, Save As, and I save it as a JPEG, and I'll call it Lemongrass Image, and I'll click Save. And that is one of our website photos completed. So I'm now in the back end section of our website, and we do use Wix for our website. I know that some people are not keen on Wix, but it works okay for us. I don't have the knowledge to be able to make my own website from scratch, so Wix works well for us. I'm now going to filter all of our products down to just our soaps, because those are the ones I'm changing. So I'm going to filter by collection, and I just click Natural Soap. And that will bring up all of the natural soaps that we have on our collection. As you can see, I have already changed some of these photos, but I thought I would show you the last couple down here. So our gardener's soap, click on that, and it's really easy to easily just change the photo over. I always did like our previous photos, but I just think I want something a little bit more cleaner and a little bit more uniform. So I click here, click Images, and I just go through. I've already uploaded all of the photos. So I click on the gardener's one. And then down here, just out of shot for you guys, there's a little Add to Page button that I click. And then a new photo is there, but I want it to be the primary photo, so I just drag it across, and that makes it the primary photo. And everything else is fine. I don't need to update anything else. We've got our description, we've got our ingredients, pricing, inventory. We've got a few more than that actually. We've done a fresh batch that is now cured, so I'll update our inventory as well. Then I click on Save. And if I scroll down, you can see it has updated our photo. Now we're going to do the same with our honey and lavender, which is just here on the bottom. Click on that again, click here, add an image. And if these photos weren't already on here, I could upload them here through this button, but I've already done that, so they're here. So I click on lavender, click on Add to Page button, again just out of sight, and then drag it across, And I am leaving these other photos up. I did think about taking them off entirely, but I thought, no, we'll leave them up. It's quite nice to have a couple of photos. Again, description there, that's fine. Ingredients are fine. 41, we have done another batch of lavender again, so I'm going to update the inventory on them too. So back up to 80. Click on save. And then that is all of our soap range completed and updated. And I'm just going to show you now our website. This is what you would see if you ever came onto our website. Just got our site there, so our blurb and our customer favourites. But what I want to show you, if I go back up to the top, is click on shop, click on natural soaps. And these are two that we do special editions. We didn't do photos for them, but the others we have done photos for all of them, so they are now showing on our site, and I think that looks a lot nicer and a lot more uniform than what we had before. I just think it kind of helps to keep the site looking clean, looking fresh, and you're not getting confused by lots of different images. It's all there, it's all simple. You can see who we are, you hover over them, you can see those other photos as well. But the instant images you see are going to be those uniform pictures together. So I'm really happy with how that's looking. One job we've been meaning to do for a while, and it is finally now done. So that is our photos. Hopefully they're going to work a little bit better with our branding than our previous ones did. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. It was just a quick one showing, I say, how we do our photos and what goes into actually creating the images that we use. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the rest of the day and the rest of this beautiful sunshine now. I think I'm going to plant some tomato plants out. If you enjoy our videos, please do give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and we shall see you next time. Bye!